Hello everyone, I hope you're all well, and this is episode 2 where I talk about my personal masterpieces in rather lengthy detail. In this episode I'll be talking about the best album ever made, released in 1994, Aphex Twins' Selected Ambient Works Volume 2. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I gotta answer 2 questions. 1, why are all the track titles in numbers? And 2, why is there no stone in focus? Number 1, the track titles are based around the artwork that came with the physicals, and what that artwork were segmented diagrams and pictures of random guff that his girlfriend took at the time. You know, this be cliffs, this be rhubarb, this be tree, this be domino, this be white blow one, and these are little spectrograms on the back identifying which songs they were.
I just thought they were going to think, oh, this artist, you know, this not Aphex Twin, he's a pain in the arse. He wants to do triple albums and not put any track titles in his albums and things like that. And I just thought they were going to go mental, but they've been really cool about it all, actually.
Shout out Paul Nicholson, the designer of this whole diagram process, and him being the creator of the logo we all know and love. Absolute legend. Number 2, the reason why Stone in Focus isn't on digital is because it all stems from the North American CD pressing. Now, North American CDs can only take up to 78 minutes per disc, and with Stone in Focus on the second CD and Hanky on the first one, it was too long, so Richard just had to cut them off. I don't know why Hanky appears on the, digital version, but Stone in Focus, it was just left for dead. Now, the reason why this is the best album ever made, in my opinion, is because it just goes over every atmosphere, every texture, every emotion sublimely over the monolithic span of under 3 hours. It is such an incredible journey through and through. I like how one track sounds like a crashing, malfunctioning UFO diving head first into a lake, and all you can hear is its dying, drowning embers and yelps from its abstract and alien-like machinery. And the next track is this lovely synth vignette coated in delay and reverb. It is so comforting and reflective, and that's another one of my favourite things about this album, its track list variety. This album goes from beautiful to boisterous, from noxious to nocturnal. Speaking of nocturnal, Blue Calx is a banger of a track. The track opens up with this ticking percussion which is drowned in reverb and these warped sort of sunken synth hits which gives this track an isolated atmosphere. And these gorgeous yet gut-wrenching synth washes are introduced alongside these spontaneous bass hits. It just makes the track so sorrowful. I bloody love it. This track was made between 89 and 91 and first appeared on the Reflex and Art Records compilation Philosophy of Sound and Machine. This would also be the last song he would make in the Analog studio, so basically an end of an era. That's why it's possibly so sad, you know what I mean? And the next track, Parallel Stripes, is as equally isolating as Blue Calx. For me, this track sounds like a woman kneeling down in the middle of an empty, enormous warehouse trying to harmonise and vocalise with the ethereal buzz of the fluorescent lights above. It's rather minimal in its sound, but it's so effective of creating such a lonesome atmosphere. This song was sampled the same year by a German glitch and ambient duo called Oval on the album Systemisch under the track Meditation.
They're skipping through your CD.
On the first one, yeah, it's just practically the whole of Selected Ambient Works too. Which, yeah, I really liked it. I can never work out if they're actually sort of giving me a compliment or whether they were saying this is a load of rubbish, so we're just going to skip all the way through it.
Did they send you a check?
No, I didn't want one. I really enjoyed it. It's really good.
Another one of my favourite tracks off this beast of an album is the intro track Cliffs. It's wonderful vocal blurts mixing in with these swelling, luscious pads. It's just so inviting. I also love the steel pan-like passage which careens through the track beautifully with its modulated filter, and how it turns into this descending, delayed covered arpeggio later on in the track. It is truly magnificent. Every time when I turn on this album and I hear this tune with open arms, I feel like, damn, I'm listening to some goated music right here. Also, it won't be a Soulful 2 video if I didn't discuss about the illustrious Lichen. It's just such an overwhelmingly gorgeous track with its soaring main synth pad, its cloying flute-like passages, and these ethereal bass notes which kind of clip through, but they've got some lovely added reverb to them. It's a nice little feature. Also, some Lil Peep fans might know this track because it was sampled on We Think Too Much off that EP I forgot the name of, but it's red and shit, I don't know. Another one of my favourite tracks, and I think it's quite overhated, is the track Tassels.
What we really need to do is create a powerful sense of dread.
This grinding, corrosive noise wall works so well with these looming, wailing, cataclysmic synth washes. It's truly a powerful sense of dread. By around 5 minutes in, this guttural noise malforms into what sounds like the synth is actually regurgitating up its fucking dinner. It's actually mental. Now, how he made this unearthly sound was from a EMS Synthi A Mark I, a portable modular synth from 1971. It was one of the first synths he ever bought because he saved up for it, of course, and obviously older synths bring out a more rawer noise. Now, I think Tassels is the second scariest track off this album, but the first scariest track, and my second favourite off this whole ordeal, is Tree. What Tree's centrepiece is this ginormous warped pulse, and it goes against these twinkling tense arpeggios and daunting string-like passages. It's eerie, it's eldritch, it's spooky, and it's truly a bone chiller. What this track makes me imagine is a haunted Jodrell bank at night, and you can see these luminescent figures rise from the ground as the big fucking satellite disc rotates. It is truly haunting. Now it's time to talk about the best song ever made, Stone in Focus. Every time I throw this track on, it literally sends me to another realm, and it's such a bundle of emotions when you listen to it. It can make you feel happy, it can make you feel sad, it can make you feel existential, it can make you feel evocative, it can make you feel comfort. It's literally perfection in song form. Yeah, it's so rudimentary in its pace, and literally 3 chords, an ethereal ticking, and a wonderful refrain. Yeah, it's so vast and endlessly enamoring. Like, honestly, you can't get better than this. Also, yeah, you gotta check out him mixing in Stone in Focus and DJ SS's Black at Printworks. It's literally Goosebumps Central. In conclusion, Soulful 2 paved a new era for ambient and inspired many others. I think C418 was inspired by this album, and I think Drux 2 and Stars of the Lid, their music feels very heavily inspired by Soulful 2 alongside Tim Hecker in areas as well. And I hope you enjoyed this lengthy video. Sorry for the delay that I put on it, my bad. And speak to you next time.